Guys, we're gonna be learning natural harmonics on the bass, which is the hardest thing to get on the bass is that harmonic sound, because what you're doing here is you're very lightly resting your finger on the string, and what you're going to be doing here is your finger is going to be in between these little, I guess you can call them fret markers, the little metal piece, and it's going to be on the 5th fret, 7th fret, and 12th fret. They're natural harmonics. You can do pinch harmonics, but harmonics are really easily used when you do a lot of distortion. Like I'll show you. I'm on Distortion channel. The camera really close to my finger, and as you see, basically my fingers is almost, let's see if I can get it up there, is almost just let's see, almost barely just resting on there. It's almost not even like I'm touching the string, but it is a lot of bass players such as Wooten use this technique, and I don't use this technique at all because it's extremely hard to get bass harmonics, like natural harmonics. On a guitar, it's easier because the strings are smaller, but with distortion, like I said, it's very easy with distortion because you're just like... Those are natural harmonics. And what I want to recommend is start out with actual distortion, because when you play in a clean channel, as I'll demonstrate, it's almost impossible to get those same harmonics because they don't ring out much on a bass like they do a guitar. But like I said, guys, really play the string lightly as possible, even on a clean channel. The best way to play natural harmonics on a bass, for me anyway, is to take the bass and play it in a distorted channel. So you gotta experiment, like with what string you're on, with chords. It can be sometimes when you're trying to do harmonics, natural harmonics. It depends if you have your action real low, if you have your action high. Like I said, distortion really helps. Don't get frustrated when you first start playing, because when you first start playing our natural harmonics on a guitar or a bass, you're gonna wanna do this. You're gonna wanna fret the string, and you know when you normally play like a riff, you're going. You're actually holding the note down and playing it like. You're not doing that. You're using the little tiny fret markers that are here and very lightly tapping it, like holding it. Like I would show you with this cap. And see the cap, you take your finger like this, and let's say this is the bass, and you're going like this. Like very lightly tapping it like this. Very lightly like that, because it's the same thing as a natural harmonic on a guitar, but on the bass you're doing the exact same thing, but very lightly tapping the string, because if you put any pressure down, you're gonna kind of fret the string, and you really want to hold the note very lightly by the fret marker, this little metal thing right here, and very lightly just do it, and you're gonna get bang, bang, and you're getting that harmonic sound. And you want to do it in, like, you could do chords like this. I know a lot of people ask about pitch harmonics, and they get really frustrated that they can't get that Zakk Wylde pitch harmonic right off the bat. And to be honest, it's extremely hard to get like a Zakk Wylde screaming harmonic. And natural harmonics are just on the 5th fret, 7th fret, and 12th fret. You could probably pull them off other places, but you got to like I said, take your time. It's all about progressing and taking your time, man, when you play bass and play instruments. You don't want to just jump in there and try to get it, and you get frustrated, and you just like throw your bass out because you're frustrated. So take your time. That's the only thing I can say is, and you're because you're gonna get kind of a dead note when you first play it. You're gonna get that puh puh puh. It's like a dead note because you're either pressing too hard or not hard enough, and it's gonna give you a dead note, which I've and every bass player will say they have gotten over the years of playing, because you're going to get that little like dead note because you're pressing too lightly or too hard. So with that said, hopefully this helps you out, because I think artificial harmonics and pinch harmonics and natural harmonics are not used that much in bass playing. And bass is an instrument not just to play the groove, it's just do it that way because you're going to hear the harmonics are more richer, because even when you do pinch harmonics on a bass or a guitar, it's richer from, like when you hear Zakk Wylde, dun dun, woo, those crazy harmonics that Zakk Wylde does, he does it through a distorted channel. You can hear him do it through a clean channel, but it's more, it's just a lot harder. And what I'm going to do is, this is just a lesson introducing how to do the natural harmonics on a bass, and then I'm going to progress into making a riff out of it. But like I said, do it through a distorted channel first, because that's how you can get the idea of how hard you got to play the string. But like I said, you very lightly touch the string. So with that said, rate, hate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys next time.